WhoThatDaily.com. That's right, the WhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, and even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, the WhoThatDaily.com is your site. The WhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.
Big Q from the Sports Coma. Much love to the family members. Appreciate y'all. The PRO Media Network is back at it again. Last year we gave away several PS4s and games. So this year we're raffling off a PS5. To enter for your chance to win, simply click the link below and fill out all the necessary information to be eligible. Sign up for the raffle. It's $25 to enter. You gain an opportunity to win a system, the PS5 system. Like I said, it's a one remote and everything in it that goes with the full system. These things are hard to come by. It could be yours. Into the raffle today, $25 get you in. There's also a deal when you buy more than one ticket that up your chances of winning. Jump in there. It benefits the platform as well. So feel free to sign up for the first annual PS5 raffle from the Pro Media Network. Thank you for participating and much love. Big ups to you.
Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that?
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking indeed. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the Sports Coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Payton, New Orleans, Who That Nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the Sports Coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Sean, can you talk a little bit about how the experience was actually setting up shop and going through a practice at TCU? Smooth operation today? Or?
Yeah, look, today was the first day, and so it gives you a chance to really kind of organize what the long-term itinerary is going to be. You know, once you actually do it, the logistics, leaving here, arriving there, being dressed on the field, lifting weights afterwards, getting back. So just a couple of things, I would say slight alterations relative to putting it on paper, but everything went smooth.
Sean, have you all made any concrete plans for after Jacksonville yet?
Excuse me? Have we made plans?
Have you all made any plans about, like, after Jacksonville? Are you definitely coming back to Fort Worth? Or
yeah, look, we haven't gotten that far, but yeah, my anticipation is after this game we'll be back. We'll be coming back that night to this location.
Sean, you guys are starting out with a couple of defensive tackles, a little bit younger, a little bit less experienced. What are some of the things you like about those guys at that position?
Well, look, I think they play with good pad level. They play with good energy. You know, it's going to take a huge group effort this weekend. We're playing a good football team, obviously, a team that's been right near the top of the league in most offensive categories. So I think it's going to be important that we do have a good rotation there, especially with the heat that we're expecting.
So when you guys brought Kwon back in August, was it even a realistic possibility that he'd be ready to play in Game 1, in your opinion, or was that just something you were kind of waiting and seeing as the camp progressed?
Yeah, I don't know that we looked at games, and we're still going to meet relative to how we want to approach this first game, but I don't know that we set an immediate goal like the first game of the season, the second game. We set a course on how we wanted him to return gradually to play, and we'll continue to do that.
Sean, hey, it's Brett. So could you even though pockets of New Orleans are kind of starting to get up and running, could you comment on exactly, what condition would be ideal for the community to be in before you actually move everything back to Metairie? And could you give us any updates on exactly what the damage was, maybe to the indoor facility and things like that?
Well, let me answer the last question first. I think the indoor facility and the facility overall came out pretty good. But relative to the exacts regarding that whole area for our players, our team, our staff to return, that'll, I think, take care of itself, and we'll know when that right time is. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into, decisions like that, especially when you're dealing with so many different people. I mean, there's over 130 people.
Hey, Sean, could you comment at all on adding Desmond Trufant and what he could possibly add to the team?
Yeah, look, we haven't, I don't think, announced anything like that. We just discussed it. He was in today to work out, and then, we're looking at veteran players like him that have that experience. But, nothing at this time.
Sean, is Aldrick Rosas going to be your kicker this week, or is that a position you're still evaluating as well?
Yeah, we'll see. We're evaluating it, and we've got flexibility with the roster that way.
Coach Payton, Stacey Dales with NFL Network. First, I'm hopeful for you guys with all you're going through. My football question is: you've known Jameis for a long time. Where have you seen him evolve from the mental side of football, especially being with him, versus being a competitor?
Yeah, I think. Look, that's a good question because we're in our second year. Just riding back on the bus, he and I were sitting there talking to each other, and he brought up something that was interesting, and it was a good question, and I'm glad he asked it. And week to week, how you win can change, and it was something that he asked me about relative to when we decide on that, and how do we go about looking at each week and the objectives to win that game. Because I think, look, the maturity level and the presence of a quarterback to just win and win and win, ultimately that's how they'll be measured. And, I know I've seen growth in someone who's extremely vested in this process and is excited about the start of the season. But it would just be the overall understanding of how it may change week to week to what you have to do. In other words, it's not the same every week. And then, start the week over. If you didn't win, you don't know what happened or what cost you or what kept you from winning, but you just start the madness all over again. And I think it was a little bit more in depth than that. And so I think that would be one area.
That's Coach Payton talking about Saints news and matters on the conference call today. So I'd like to welcome all of the great Saint Think Tank family members into the live stream today. Feel free to hit upon the like button. Hit the like button as soon as you can. Much love to the great Saint Think Tank and the Who Dat Nation. Coach Payton. letting you know a lot of moves still need to be made as the Saints prepare for the Saturday afternoon matchup against the Green Bay Packers, opening up the 2021-22 regular season. Family, we are on the cusp of regular season football once again, and I know you guys are itching for some football because I know I am. So big ups to the family members. Appreciate y'all being in this rendition of the stream. Much love, and I salute you guys and thank you for being here on this Monday episode of the Coma. This was entitled TSC Saints Expected to Sign Former Pro Bowl defensive back Desmond Trufant per CBS Sports. We'll cover that article and several others on a busy day of movement for the black and gold. So welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q, the host, and I like to give you guys a salute and thank you for joining us here on the Great Saint Think Tank. Please feel free to hit upon the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also feel free to share the show's links on your social media feed. It helps out the platform. So first and foremost, I'd like to give a big shout out to the family members as we're going to cover a lot of these articles on today's stream. So big ups to the fam and welcome on into the show as we get going with our roll call. Big ups to the fam. Jerry Port Jr., who that to you? Darrell, what's happening, fam? Darrell Freeman, who that to you? Devin C., who that to you? Kevin Conley, who that to you? GM Kev, who that to you? Brock Pace, who that to you? Let's see who else we got chiming in on this thing as well. All right, who else we got? Saints 01, who that to you? Black Pearl, who that to you? Elites in the building, who that to you? Lee Wood, who that to you? Lee Matthew, what's up, Matthew Washington? Who that to you, fam? What's up, Tedra? Who that to you, fam? Much love to you. Who that? Gabriel Thomas, who that to you? Good to see you in the chat. Bubba down south, what's up, Bubba? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you. Mike Larry, who that to you? Pelicans Nola, who that to you? Matt Pollard, what's up, Matthew? Who that to you, fam? Robert Clark, who that to you? Mocha, what's up, Mocha? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you. Sean C, who that to you? What's happening, Sean? Big ups, fam. All right, who else we got chiming in on this thing? I don't want to leave nobody else. What's out? Todd Redu, what's up, Todd? Who that to you? Tragic 504, what's up, Tragic? Who that to you, fam? What's up, Tess, baby? Who that to you? Much love to the queens. All right, let's keep it going. Dr. Keys in the building. Who that to you, Dr. Key? Tramal Kellop, what's up, Tramal? Who that to you? All right, I see you. Big Wick, what's up, fam? Who that to you? Appreciate you being here, fam. Much love. All right, who else we got chiming? Slim, what's up, Slim? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you. Javier, who that to you? Lori Hackler, what's up, Lori? Who that to you, baby? Kai the Great 84, who that to you? All right, who else we got chiming in as well? All right, I think I got, what's up, John? John Thompson, who that to you? Big ups, fam. Appreciate you being in the live stream as well. Swag fan, who that to you, fam? Is also in the building. Saints Pelicans Nation, who that to you? Brandon Cormier, who that to you? Kai the Great 84. What's up, Kai? Who that to you, fam? Kelvin, what's up, fam? Who that to you? I see you, Kelvin. All right, big ups to the fam, man. Much love to all you guys, man. I appreciate you. Wallace, what's up, fam? Wallace Smith, who that to you, man? All right, appreciate you, Wallace. He said, thanks, Big Q, giving us some good news about the Saints, my brother. Thank you, Wallace, for being here. Who that to you, my brother? Appreciate you. Nick 504, what's up, fam? Who that to you as well? Appreciate you. What's up, Vincino? Who that to you, fam? Joey, what's up, Joey, my man? Who that to you? And Isabella, what's happening, family? Much love to you. Adrian is in the building. Much love to the queens, man. Much love to the queens. The Black Pearl, who that to you? Shalom, my friend. Shalom. All right. All right, who else we got chiming in on this thing as well? All right, Big Sean, what's up, fam? Much love to Big Sean and Simply Tasha. Much love to you guys. Colorado, who that to you? And thank you for chiming in. Hope you had a good week as well. Much love. Brother Donovan, who that to you? DLP, who that to you? FBA 504, who that to you, fam? Appreciate you being here. All right, 504 Cole, who that to you, fam? I see you, fam. Teal, my dog Teal is in the building. Who that to you, Teal? All right, what's up, Leaping Cat Productions? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you being here as well. Revolt Control, what's up, Revolt? Who that to you, brother? Good to see you in the chat as well. What's up, James? Who that to you, fam? I see you, fam. Who that? Old Baldy, what's up, fam? Who that to you? Appreciate you. All right, Tim Dunn, who that tell you? Fly Trey Social Media, who that tell you? Tech Saint, what's up, Tech Saints in the building as well. Big ups to the fam, man. Everybody. If you didn't hear your name, what's up, KK? Who that to you? What's up to KK? Who that to the Queen? What's up, Last Saint? Tyrese is in the building. Who that to you as well? Derek, what's up, Derek Branch? Who that to you, fam? Good to see my dog Derek in the building. J Mac is in the building. What's up, J Mac? Who that to your family? Appreciate all the family members, y'all, for being in the stream. If you didn't hear your name, give me a who that, and I got you, baby. We big about giving accolades and respect to the family members that's taking the time to chime in this show. Might as well take the time to give them the proper credit that they deserve. We do this every damn show because without you, there is no me. I'm 100% real deal on that. So I like to salute you guys and thank y'all for being here. I see you, your boy Cuts. Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you guys. Please hit the like button if you hadn't already hit it as we prepare to go. Now to talk about this one's entitled TSC Saints expected to sign former Pro Bowler Desmond Trufant to a contract. And what was interesting, we talked a little bit about this yesterday about the Saints possibly looking to bring in somebody to help in the secondary, being that we had so much flex there in terms of so much different things occurring and whatnot. Saints still making moves to kind of get things as we don't really have an active kicker right now. As Eldrick Rojas is on the practice squad, sooner or later, some kind of way, Coach Payton and Mickey Mouse talk to Sean. All right, so they'll bring him around sooner or later. What's up, Vaughn? Who that to you, Vaughn? I see you, fam. Appreciate you. And we'll get into that and a couple of the moves that the Saints have made, man, to be quite honest with you. That's quite intriguing. So we'll cover that. Plus, I'll give you an upgraded depth chart to look at the depth chart as it stands with all the movements. Most certainly people can get confused. So here we go, fam. We're going to start off the show without further ado. I'm trying not to keep you guys for very long tonight. All right, Saints expected to sign former Pro Bowl defensive back Desmond Trufant to short-handed secondary per report. Now, Saints may have extra ammunition as they prepare to face Aaron Rodgers. Now, this is coming from CBS Sports. Brian DeArdo, who talks about it. Cornerback questions hovering around the Saints throughout the offseason with their season opener against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers looming. New Orleans appears to be on the verge of adding a former Pro Bowler to the defensive backfield. The team is expected to sign former Falcons and Lions cornerback Desmond Trufant. Now, this is according to NFL's Ian Rappaport. Now, Trufant worked out for the team on Monday, 6 days before the Saints meet the Packers in Jacksonville. Now, the Saints' current depth chart at cornerback includes starter Marshawn Lattimore, Ken Crawley before Milwaukee, along with backup Paulson Adebo. Fellow cornerback Brian Poole will miss the season after suffering an injury during the Saints' preseason finale. The soon-to-be 31-year-old Trufant was a 22nd overall pick back in 2013's draft. A Pro Bowler in 2015, Trufant played an integral role of the Falcons' run to the Super Bowl in 2016. Now, after 7 seasons in Atlanta, Trufant spent 2020 season in Detroit, where injuries limited him to just 6 contests. He signed a 1-year deal with the Bears in March before being released on August the 31st. Now, a starter in each of his 103 career regular season games, Trufant has tallied 14 interceptions, 83 pass defense, 3 forced fumbles, 6 sacks, and 10 tackles for a loss. And while he recorded just 1 interception last season, Trufant picked off 4 passes in just 9 games during the 2019 season. So 14 interceptions for Trufant, 83 pass defense, a decent cornerback, but at the age of 31, dealing with various injuries. Is Trufant a guy that the Black and Gold Nation are excited about? Now, once again, we talked about, asking that evil genie to help us out with adding players to the But as we got this far down in the season, what could you expect? A lot of people done kind of solidified things in terms of cornerbacks, and the Saints have really dug into the proverbial, I ain't gonna say wastebasket, of looking for cornerbacks, but we went and looked at guys. We looked at Prince Amukamara. We brought in Poole. We had, who else was it? Kavari Russell. We brought in Brian Mills. We brought in Natrell Jamerson. We brought in just different people. We had, machinations and flirtations with guys like Xavier Howard and then C.J. Henderson from the Jaguars. Nothing really materialized right there, but reports pushing us in that direction. Now, why didn't the Saints jump on it? Because I'm still gonna hold to my initial analysis that the Saints are high on Paulson Adebo. Now, Crawley was, when he got hurt during the preseason, it was already stated that he should be ready and good to go for the regular season matchup against Green Bay. Although we'll see, we'll have to see. But somebody that appears to be ready for action is Paulson Adebo. He had a magnificent and solid training camp. He had a solid preseason. And as a rookie, we know that sometimes, you do the best that you can do to get in there and see what you can get done. But if Crawley's not good to go and he's hurt and the Saints don't put him out there, Paulson Adebo would be the guy they roll out there. And listen, you put Paulson Adebo out there, you're never going to get an opportunity to get this back. But if the Saints are expected to add Trufant to the list, how do I feel about Trufant? I think he's a decent veteran cornerback when he's healthy. I think if you bring him into the Saints secondary, I think Coach Richard, who I'm really, really big on, Coach Richard, defensive back coach who did a magnificent job with guys like Ken Crawley before Milwaukee, Paulson Adebo. He's helped Lattimore out. You've seen improvement in a lot of our young and established veteran defensive backs in the secondary. Not so much with Marcus Williams like I would like to have seen. I see minimal improvement there, but we'll see a full display as the season unfolds. But I think he's a decent cornerback to add. He most certainly won't cost you a lot of money to bring in. Does he start over anybody? Absolutely not. In my opinion, I don't think he should start because he don't know enough about the secondary to come in and talk about start. No. If Crawley can't go, which they're hedging their bets for Crawley to start, but if Crawley can't go, Paulson Adebo should get the nod next to Laddie Daddy with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson as the nickel. And that's how it should look. And if that happens, that cornerback position is all Paulson's, and that's a really good thing to have because a lot of people, and like I've been saying, Coach Payton and the staff love Paulson Adebo. They're really high on him. He's been a solid player for them all through training camp and preseason, and we'll have to see what he looks like in there. I know a lot of people don't want to throw him in there, but sometimes it don't always go that way. Sometimes you'll have injuries and destiny will kind of put you in the forefront, and sometimes you got to seize the opportunity. But the lead story in this one, the Saints are expected to sign former Pro Bowl defensive back Desmond Trufant, according to Ian Rappaport. And this is some of the news that we hear. A lot of people is looking for the Saints moving in that direction, getting a veteran cornerback. So here we go. All right, so let's move on to the next article. And this one's coming from NOLA.com. Amy Jess on the scoop. Saints place 3 on injury reserve, including kicker Will Lutz. Now, I was expecting this move to happen. Saints just kind of making their proverbial moves, getting ready. Fort Worth, Texas, the New Orleans Saints placed 3 players on injury reserve Monday, including place kicker Will Lutz, according to NFL Transaction Wire. The other 2 players landed on injury reserve are tight end Nick Vannett and interior offensive lineman Will Clapp. Now, Vannett has been dealing with a right leg injury that he sustained in the preseason game against the Jags. It's unclear at this time what Clapp's injury is. Let's move to the injury reserve was expected after he had that core muscle surgery last month. Their moves to the injury reserve mean they'll be out for at least 3 weeks, meaning they could be eligible to return for the Saints in the 4th game of the season against the Giants on October the 3rd. Lutz had his surgery on August the 10th and was on the active roster since then, as players who land on injury reserve during training camp are out for the year. Now, Lutz had not been present at practice before the team evacuated to Dallas, but he was spotted observing both Monday and Tuesday practice. He was wearing his jersey but was not participating, obviously. So the Saints put Will Lutz, Nick Vannett, and Will Clapp on the IR list. Now, Vannett, 2 to 4 weeks, we covered that. I don't know exactly what's going on with Will Clapp, but we'll find out as well moving into the season. All right, so here we go. We're going to go to the next one. That the Saints had 15 moves on Monday to report on. A very busy afternoon for our black and gold. Saints roster moves. New Orleans made 15 moves, according to Saints Wires. Mr. Sigel on the scoop. New Orleans Saints are settling on their new accommodations, practice at the TCU Horned Frogs facility in Fort Worth, Texas. So they worked quickly on Monday's afternoon to make up for lost time. The team reported 15 different roster moves on the daily NFL transaction wire, including a now completed practice squad of 16 players and several losses to injury reserve. Here's everything you need to know. Okay, the Saints officially moved and signed Montravius Adams. We expected this addition for nearly a week, so it's good to see the Saints make it official. Adams add much needed experience to the tackle rotation with David Onyemata suspended for 6 games. Right now, he's joined by third-year pro Shai Tuttle, second-year backup Malcolm Roach, Christian Ringo, a holdover from the 2020 practice squad. Ringo also can play outside as well. He can move to defensive end as well as tackle. Saints also signed Chris Hogan back, a.k.a. Progan, as they call him. So with that being said, Hogan comes back to give some help to the Saints wide receiver core. This reunion was reported early on Monday, and now it's been formally completed as Hogan played well in training camp after hanging up his lacrosse gear and could very well be activated for week 1. That's troublesome considering he could stick with a bad Jets receiving course last year. It says more about a thin depth position New Orleans that he might be brought back. Now the Saints are definitely dealing with issues at the wide receiver core insofar as Mike Thomas out for 8 to 10 weeks. They have an expedited time frame on him coming back. We'll see how it all materializes. You also have the 2-game suspension of Deontay Harris as well. And, of course, you have guys like Marquez Callaway, an injury up and down. Traquan Smith, we don't know what he's going to get out of him. LaJordan Humphrey and Marquez Callaway looked really good in training camp and in the preseason. I think these guys are ready to make the next step in their development. And, of course, Hogan is a pro that comes in, and he doesn't have a lot of speed, but he does block really well, and he catches the ball, man. He's pretty slick in this play to make things happen. So it's good to have a sure-handed receiver like Hogan there as well to kind of sturdy a lot of the younger guys that's there. So we'll see how it all shakes and fold in the instant. As you can see, Sigler is still kind of taking steps at the fact that the Saints wide receiver core is thin. And to a degree, he is absolutely right. We are thin based on the injuries and suspensions that we're dealing with. All right, Saints signed Trevor Siemian now. What is this? For now, the Saints are rostering 4 quarterbacks. How about that? Between Siemian, Winston, Hill, and Book. Book probably isn't ready to go into the game as an emergency. In an emergency as a rookie mid-round pick, Hill is working on bulking up the player's versatile tight end slot receiver hybrid position again. So the team needs someone with real NFL experience waiting behind Winston. What does it mean when the Saints have 4 active quarterbacks on their roster? Jameis, Taysom, Ian, and now Trevor Siemian joins the fray. That means the Saints is going to use the hell out of Taysom Hill, at running back, quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, wherever they need. That's what that means. So get ready for a boatload of Taysom Hill coming at your ass 110%. That's what that means when you have 4 active quarterbacks on the roster. Taysom Hill is about to be utilized in a heavy way. Let's move on. Saints send Will Lutz to injury reserve. We covered that in the previous article. We talked about him being put up on there. And, of course, Eldrick Rojas was signed to the Saints practice squad. More on that down in this article. Saints send offensive lineman Will Clapp to the injury reserve. Clapp missed some time late in training camp with an undisclosed injury. We'll find that out once the Saints release the injury report. We'll get more information on that later on this week. More than likely either Wednesday or Thursday. Sometimes Wednesday, but probably Thursday, you get that injury report of what to look for. Okay, game days is back up at both spots in center if you need it, so the Saints will have to explore other options. He should return once eligible after waiting 3 weeks. In the meantime, the Saints could use backup offensive lineman Big Kelvin Throckmorton in that role, or simply call up Derek Kelly from the practice squad to help out if needed. Saints send tight end Nick Vannett to the injury reserve. We knew about that. Time frame between 2 to 4 weeks for Vannett, who's dealing with a lower extremity situation. Hopefully he can come back. But Jawan Johnson got an hour back. And, of course, the often injured Garrett Griffin, who's healthy now. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt and he can stay there to help out the Saints. Regardless or not, Taysom is going to be used in that tight end run. Of course, then the Saints made it official as they released Eldrick Rojas a few days ago. They ultimately signed Rojas to the practice squad. This is the first of 7 practice editions, so buckle up. Rojas was surprisingly released a week ago though the expectation was he would return to the 53-man roster once Lutz landed on the IR. Instead, the Saints got more creative. Rojas can be promoted on game day twice before being signed to the active roster, meaning New Orleans can get by for 2 weeks without rostering a kicker. That buys some time to audition other players and maintain roster flexibility. Very slick move by Coach Payton. And y'all know who that is. Saints signed cornerback Kadar Holman to the practice squad. Another expected move. Holman's arrival was previously reported, and now it's official. He was traded to the Houston Texans from Green Bay in exchange for a 2022 7th round draft pick, but cut a week later. Now the Saints get a look at him in practice without giving up any draft assets, and Kadar Holman is an interesting prospect. We'll see. Saints signed defensive end Jalen Holmes. So they got another defensive end. So what's interesting is Holmes is a unique tweener player who has mainly played defensive end, but with the frequent alignments inside at defensive tackle, the Saints can move him in, move him around, and see what he can do the most. Now, to little surprise, he was a college teammate of Pete Werner, Marshawn Lattimore, Mike Thomas at Ohio State before Minnesota Vikings drafted him in 2018. So we got to know another Ohio State guy, and Holmes is interesting as well. Saints signed defensive tackle Jaleel Johnson to the practice squad. He's another previously reported move, but with a twist. Johnson ended up signing with the practice squad. And I thought he was going to be on the active roster, but no. So the Saints put him on the practice squad rather than the active roster. But there's a chance he ends up being activated to help out the pad up the in-game rotation at the defensive tackle position. He got some NFL reps to his credit and some playmaking ability, which I was watching film on Jaleel Johnson. He is intriguing, man. He's very intriguing. Saints re-signed offensive lineman Derek Kelly to the practice squad, a guy that could play either guard or tackle for you. And most certainly with Will Lutz having his issues, Derek Kelly might be called upon. Kelly initially tried to latch on somewhere else, but instead is being brought back to New Orleans practice squad after being waived a week ago. He listed as a guard on the roster, Daily Wire, but has played almost exclusively at right tackle for the Saints thus far. Saints also signed defensive back Dalen Maben to the practice squad. Like Johnson and Holmes, Maben's another former Viking and Mike Zimmer project. He hits all the height and length parameters for the Saints' value at the position, though it wasn't enough for him to last long in Minnesota, so maybe he flashes in the practice squad. So we have to keep an eye on this fellow, man, to be honest with you. All right, let's move on. Saints signed Jordan Miller, cornerback Jordan Miller to the practice squad, another defensive back. Miller previously spent time with the Seahawks, where mainly played special team. The Saints they're pretty thin at the cornerback position, and he has a good shot to stand out as maybe anyone else on the practice squad, a group that includes Miller, Maben, Holman, in addition to Marshawn Lattimore, Ken Crawley, Paulson Adebo, and part-time free safety PJ Handshake Coordinator Williams on the Saints 53-man roster. Saints released Wynton McManus from the practice squad. McManus was an early signing to the Saints practice squad after roster cuts last week, so this is a little surprising. I really like what he was doing. Still, his only path to playing a regular season game would have been on special teams, and the Saints have enough candidates for that gig to thin out the group, so we release him. Also, the Saints released cornerback Brian Mills. The Saints reported this move on an early update to the daily NFL transaction wire, but it's worth lumping in here with everyone else. Mills was an undersized rookie brought in for development after washing out with Seahawks earlier this summer, but the Saints saw enough to bring him and other options to try out. Now, Mills had good size, 6'2", good size cornerback, but I ain't gonna say he was pathetic. I ain't gonna be mean to him, but he was trash. Okay, that's the better. He wasn't pathetic. He was just trash. All right, that's a little easier, right? That's a little nicer. All right, so these are the moves, fam, and let's go over them again before I move to my next article. The 15 moves the Saints did. Signed Montravius Adams to the active roster. Signed Chris Hogan I seen somebody said he's Hulk Hogan's son. That is not true. He's not Hulk Hogan's son. All right, to the active roster. Also, Trevor Siemian to the active roster, which means they'll whip the piss out of Taysom Hill and get him involved. They're going to wear Taysom out. And the Saints send Will Lutz to the injury reserve along with Will Clapp. Hopefully it's, Clapp. Oh, I ain't going to say that. So anyway, but he's on injury reserve. So is Nick Vanette, the tight end as well. And then, of course, the Saints did sign players to the practice squad. Eldrick Rojas, the kicker, to the practice squad. Kadar Holman, the cornerback, to the practice squad. Jalen Holmes to the practice squad, a defensive end,
Defensive tackle Jaleel Johnson to the practice squad, former Texan defensive lineman. They also signed Derek Kelly to the practice squad. Saints signed Dylan Maben to the practice squad, and Jordan Miller to the practice squad, and released Went McManus from the practice squad and Brian Mills from the practice squad. So there you go. 15 moves for the black and gold. All right, let's move on to the next article here. Linebacker Kwon Alexander declares himself ready for the New Orleans Saints season opener. And that's a bit of a good news here. And this is coming from NewOrleansSaints.com's JD, John DeSacia, on the scoop, as we hear from Kwon Alexander, which is great news to see Kwon Alexander back in the black and gold building, back at the linebacker position, bringing that stability and that play. Very exciting to see him. Hopefully, he prayers that he stays healthy. Official word from the New Orleans Saints linebacker Kwon Alexander that on Sunday, he'll play in the regular season opener against Green Bay. How about that? Now, how much we'll have to see. Now, less than 9 months after rupturing his Achilles tendon on Christmas Day last season, he says, quote, "Yeah, I'm playing this week for sure." And he said, Alexander said of the game against Green Bay, scheduled to kick off 3:25 Central Time at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. While Alexander was concrete in his belief the Saints haven't officially declared, quote, end quote, for the game, quote, "I don't know that we've looked at games," Coach Payton said Monday regarding a timetable for Alexander's return. "We're still going to meet in regards on how we want to approach the first game, but I don't know that we set a goal of the second game of the season. We set a course on how we wanted him to return gradually to play, and we'll continue to do that," end quote. Now, Alexander practiced on a limited basis during the training camp, but didn't play in either of the 2 preseason games and hasn't had contact since Christmas. Quote, "When I was practicing, I was trying to get a little contact in just to feel around and everything," he said. "I should be fine. I know how to play the game, get out there and run and hit and have some fun," end quote. And so that's a big part of it right there. And good news to have as Kwon Alexander looking to return to the black and gold building, man. That's really big for us to see him in there. All right, and here we go. Horned Saints. The Saints had their first workout at TCU on Monday at the school's indoor facility. And this is what Coach Payton said. He said it gives you a chance to really kind of organize what the long-term itinerary is going to be. Once you actually do it, the logistics arriving there, being dressed on the field, lifting weights afterward, getting back, just a couple of things would be slight alterations relative to putting it on paper, but everything went smooth. Texas return, Payton said that the team hasn't totally mapped out its itinerary going forward relative to where it will base its operations in the near future. But the preliminary plan is for the Saints to try to fly back to Texas after Sunday's season opener. And he said, "My anticipation after this game will come back that night to this location," Payton said. Of course, the QB quartet. New Orleans Saints will open the regular season with 4 quarterbacks on its roster: Jameis, Taysom, Ian Book, Trevor Siemian. Hill's versatility, he's capable of playing multiple positions. When not at the quarterback, is a major influence in that decision. Hill has so much versatility that it's hard to just say just on game day, no, he's going to do these things and then also be a backup quarterback. Pay and say, I just think that's difficult relative to week of preparation. So as he had, and Coach Payton gave him the opportunity to compete with Jameis for the starting job, in which he lost. Now Coach Payton will go absolutely crazy on how to use him. And so we look like, he said, and so we like the room. We like the guys that we have in the room. Obviously, we have experience and we have some youth, if you will, with Ian. All right, so there you go. So you got 4 active quarterbacks on the Saints roster. And the fact, this is a positive because we know we'll be using Taysom Hill a lot in the offense as well as other places. Linebacker Kwon Alexander is back, whether he plays a lot or not. Listen, it's, I think eventually you have to kind of move him in there slowly. But but being that we've seen great improvement from Zach Bowen, how he lit up training camp and preseason, he was magnificent. If he continues to play at that level, I wouldn't mind Kwon taking a slow approach to get on the field with Zach Bowen playing like he did. Also, Pete Werner was looking really good too. So the Saints are in good hands as far as their young linebackers in, so they can take their time with Kwon Alexander. You know, he's a splendid guy, but you don't want to throw him out there too soon. Let's just take our time with him. So let's do a quick look and hold on. I still got one more thing, fam. Let's take a look at the depth chart. Why don't we? After all those damn moves, let's take a look at the depth chart to see what your team looks like heading into the matchup against the Green Bay Packers. All right, as you can see right here, the starters on the left in the second category, so on and so forth. Jameis Winston is there. Taysom Hill, Ian Book, and Trevor Siemian across the top there. Running backs, Kamara, Latavius, Tony Jones Jr., Dwayne Washington. Traquan Smith is questionable, but all indications that he will play in a matchup against Green Bay. Marquez Callaway would be next to him. And Deontay Harris is supposed to be out for 2 weeks with that driving under the influence suspension of 2 games. Also, we have Chris Hogan, who was recently brought in. He should be activated for the game. LaJordan Humphrey will be that. Remember, Ty Montgomery moved over from the running back position to the wide receiver position to bring flexibility to that wide receiver core after moving from the running back position, which opened up a spot for Tony Jones Jr. to do his thing. So, boy, what a plus that was. And, of course, you're looking at the tight end position. Troutman, they're saying he's going to be good to go against the Packers. Jawan Johnson, if Troutman is not good, Jawan will step in, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him that with Garrett Griffin, Nick Vanette's on the IR. But you should see Taysom Hill utilized at the tight end position, too, if they need him. So, remember, he can impact. I don't think we need to utilize him that much as a running back, but perhaps maybe at the wide receiver position, which we could use, and at the tight end position, which we can use. So I know Coach Payton is going to use him as a running back at times. That's one of his greatest attributes, is plummeting over guys. So that's what it looks like as it stands. Okay, then moving on, Armstead, Andrews, Pete, McCoy, Ruiz, and Ramczyk are your offensive linemen. Really good. James Hurst, Throckmorton behind him. Landon Young is there. And, of course, you see Will Clapp is IR. You see Ethan Greenwich and these guys IR as well. And the fullback, I'm going to have to check on that to see about the fullback. I think the fullback the Saints signed, I'm gonna get an active depth chart, a practice squad, excuse me. See where this fullback, we did sign a fullback named Prentice. I'm going to have to see if he's on the active roster. I want to say that guy is. But anyway, let's keep going. Base defense, 4-3. Of course, we only play that less than 5% of the time out of 95% we played. Majority of it we play in a modified nickel system. Cam Jordan with Malcolm Roach and Shai Tuttle and Davenport's there, flanked by Davenport. So I don't know exactly if this is how it all shapes up to see, but definitely Tuttle didn't look good, and then he just stepped up toward the back end. You see Tuttle there with Roach. Montrevious Adams is there. You still got Christian Ringo there. Tanu Passanio could be brought in to help in the interior play as well, with Davenport and Jordan good. Carl Granderson is there with Payton Turner, the first-round draft pick, should be included. You see David Onyemata's out with the suspension for 6 games, and Jalen Dalton, the big nose tackle, who's really stepping up. It's all IR again for the second consecutive year. Going to the linebackers, Kwon, DeMario, and you see Caden Ellis listed here. The Saints have 6 linebackers. I thought they would actually cut one of those guys to bring. It's still a lot of movements that's left to be. I'm really surprised the Saints have 6 linebackers active. 7 of them if you have Pete Werner to the fray. So it's Kwon Alexander, DeMario Davis. They got Caden Ellis here. I don't know how true that is. But I probably would put somebody else there. But Zach Bourne, Chase Hansen, Dowell is there, and then Pete Werner. So 7 linebackers. So I'm anticipating one of these guys going to hit the practice squad or get released. We'll see how it all shakes. It's still some movement that needs to be made. Now, looking at the secondary, which some people will say probably is the shakiest of all units of the Saints defense, we see Laddie Daddy there, Marcus Williams, Malcolm Jenkins, and Ken Crawley is listed as questionable. We don't know if Ken will be ready to play. They say he's supposed to. We'll see. And, of course, Trufant, they got him listed on the team. You can see they got him added to the team. It's not yet officially saying, but they're expecting this deal to go through. And, of course, you see Paulson and Debo right here, which I'm thinking if Ken can't go, Paulson will. Then behind him, Trufant's added. You still have a pool, and then you got P.J. Williams there. Chauncey Gardner is not a safety listed. He plays safety, but he really the nickel guy right here that'll back up. That'll be the third guy out behind Lattimore and the Debo if Crawley can't go. And, of course, Trufant comes in as a reserve guy right now. The Saints even go as far as having J.T. Gray, our special teammate, and they kept Jeff Heath, the former Cowboy, and Raider. And I think it's because of a lot of it's because of Coach Richard, the defensive backs coach, familiarity of using Jeff Heath as a guy that can also help you as a veteran defensive back and a special teams guy. So we'll see how it all looks. And, of course, the special teams, Will Lutz on the IR, Eldris Rojas not officially on the active roster, although you can look for, like the article made mention of astutely, that we can activate him and bring him in if we need him. So we'll see how it goes. Blake Gillikin won the job. The first punter here since Tommy Morstead left, he won the job convincingly. Taysom Hill is here listed in Deontay Harris as a punt return. I don't know. He's not going to be there in week 1 or 2 because of, according to reports, we'll see. Dwayne Washington, Ty Montgomery, Tony Jones Jr. as possible kick returners. We know Marquez Callaway is not that guy. He'll be starting. And, of course, long snapper Zach Wood. So this is what the depth chart looks like right now. I'm going to have to check on the fullback because I know the guy is on the active Saints roster. I think he's on active Saints. I'm going to see if I can pull up a practice squad rendition, see if we can do with that. But, yeah, the Saints, man, let me tell you something, man. We're getting ready. Still a few moves that needs to be made here, but the Saints moving in the right direction. Alex Armah is on the practice squad, and here's Adam Prentice, the guy that they signed here as well. So I think this guy is Prentice is on the active roster as the active fullback. So, I'm going to double check on that. I want to say yes, so I'm going to double check on that. But anyway, we're going to do a quick summary. The Saints expected to sign former Pro Bowler defensive back Desmond Trufant to shorthanded secondary, according to CBS Sports, who was writing an article based on a tweet by Ian Rappaport of NFL.com. Then we moved on to the 3 that was placed on the injury reserve, including Will Lutz. 15 moves that the Saints made Monday. We covered every last one of them in the article. We also covered JD's new article about Kwon Alexander, and he declares himself ready for the season opener in some capacity. And we also played Coach Payton earlier today in the Saints. We also went over the Saints depth chart as currently constructed. So I'm going to pull up a Saints practice squad in a little while and see what's going on with that. So big ups to the family members, man. I appreciate y'all being in the building for this episode of the Coma, man. As we go, like I said, I'm not going to try to keep you guys for very long. Let me see if I can pull up a Saints practice squad roster. Give me a second. I'll see if I can get one. All right. All right. So hold on here. Let me see if I can get one for the family members and try to check on some stuff here. But yeah, hold on here. All right. Give me a second, fam. I'm going to see if I can pull it up. Get a practice squad of exactly what the Saints practice squad looks like. If I could, an updated version of it anyway with all the latest additions to it. So let's see what we can find here. All right. Okay. All right. So yeah, this guy is on the active roster. I'm looking at, hold on, let me share it with you, fam. Let me put my receipts on stream. All right, this is straight from the New Orleans Saints website. Here, as you can see, Montravius Adams is on the active roster. As you can see, is listed as active right here. So Montravius was added to the active roster. The former defensive lineman from Green Bay, I want to say, was added there. And of course, we were talking about the fullback Prentice, and I think I did see Prentice's name listed here. I think there it is. He is on the active roster. So there's Adam Prentice. He is on the active roster for the Black and Gold Saints. So the fullback is there. So we want to see what that guy can do. I was watching film of him. Boy, he's a foot. Not Alex Armah is way more athletic than this guy, but Prentice is like I guess Coach Payton likes his running style. He's a bowling ball type dude, man. He's really tough runner. It takes pride in knocking the piss out of you in some of the highlights that I was looking at for him. And of course, you see this is the injury reserve with Clapp, Dalton, Ethan Greenwich, Will Lutz, Brian Poole, Dylan Soner, and Nick Vanette. And then, of course, suspended by Commissioner David Onyemata is on this list. And then this is the practice squad. Alex Armah's there, Quan Baker, Caleb Benock, Josiah Bronson, Kadar Holman, Jalen Holmes, Elbert Huggins, Jaleel Johnson, Derek Kelly II, Dalen Mabin, Jordan Miller, the defensive back, 6'2", 190. And for some of these guys, so like you, how big is these guys? Kadar Holman's a 6 feet tall, 196-pound cornerback, 3 years out of the University of Toledo. For some of the family members, Jalen Holmes is a 6'5", 283-pound defensive lineman a defensive lineman. He could play in or lineman from 4 years out of Ohio State. We talk about Jaleel Johnson's been in the league for 5 years out of Iowa, 6'3", 316 force. And of course, you look Dylan Mabin, another defensive back, 6'1", 195, He's 23, 2 years in the league out of Fordham. Jordan Miller, another defensive back, 6'2", 190, 3 years from the University of Washington. We knew about Brian Mills, 6'1", 174 from North Carolina Central. You see Aldrich Rojas, the kicker, sitting right there, as we know to bring him in. Kavari Russell is there, 5'11", 194, 4 years out of the University of Notre Dame. Kevin White, who has cement hands for cement blocks on his hands. Saints kept him around on the practice squad, and that's the perfect place to be because he needs a lot of practice. Aesop Winston is there, and you see Ethan Wolf if they need to pull. So there you go, family. All 16 of the practice squad players, the injury guys, and the active roster for the black and gold for this upcoming season, with Adam Prentice listed, the fullback, on the active roster. I know I've seen him somewhere, man. I know I've seen his ass somewhere. All right. All right. Big ups to the family, man. Much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all being in the stream. Big ups. What's up, Derek? Who that to your fam? Donald Woods. What's up, fam? Appreciate the God, the Don in the building. Who that Don? Who that Godfather? What's up, Derek Allison? Who that to you, my brother? Good to see you in the chat, my brother. Big ups to brother Derek, man. Good to see you, man. Hope everything going all right with you out there, my friend. New Wine Minds, who that to you, fam? Appreciate you. Will Dickerson, who that to you? What's up, Clint? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you. What's up, Vernon? Vernon Matthews, who that to you, fam? Appreciate you chiming in as well. Much love to the family. All right, big ups to the fam, man. All the fam. Trey Joseph, all y'all, man. Appreciate you. Kelvin Washington from Phoenix, Arizona. What's up, Kel? All right, big ups to you and all the rest of the great Saint Think Tank and the Black and Gold family members. Mr. Brian says, Big Q, before Sunday, if you can set it up, please, sir. Can you do an NFC South Division roundtable on YouTube, please, sir? Thank you very much. God bless. Oh man, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm gonna see if we can do that, man, and see if we can get another one of those together before week 1. That would be very fun to see because that was several weeks ago. So a lot of things have changed. We had both had an opportunity to go through preseason. We know who our established roster is, so we have a greater vision of what how the team should look going forward. A lot of the battles that were going on in camp are pretty much settled as the rosters are situated. So that's not a bad idea, Brian, for us to do that. So I'm gonna reach out to Lowe and see if in Loose Cannon brothers and see if we can get them all on here. Brandon, who that to you? Caution, who that to you? Good to see y'all, fam. Appreciate you. Jerome, what's up, fam? Who that? I see you, fam. Much love. King Logic, what's up, fam? Who that? Ace and Candy, Pound Time Banks, who that, fam? Appreciate you. Who that? Appreciate y'all being here. King Logic says, who that? I see they signed 2 guys that used to play for the Packers. How do you think that works? They're really interested in those guys' gameplay, are using them as informants. I think they're gonna pick their brains. You know how that go, baby. You know how that go. You know, and of course, Coach Payton did. He had a couple of Packers guys, and yeah, how would they like to do it? Oh, no doubt about it. You know, a lot of that goes on. Try to get as much intel as we possibly can so we can exploit them. But I think the big part of it too is like one of the best defenses you can do. If Aaron Rodgers, when he's on his game, he's very tough. But to make life hard on Aaron Rodgers, and we'll do a preview on this, and we'll go more in depth as we go over their depth chart as well. But you got to put pressure on Aaron Rodgers. You can't let Aaron Rodgers sit back there and just have time to, he'll cut you up something bad. Like if you would let Drew do that to you, you give Drew Brees times, he'll tear you up back there, you know. But Aaron Rodgers will split you 8 ways from Tuesday if you give him the time. The Saints have to be able to get pressure with the front 4. They got to get pressure with the front 4, continuous and thorough pressure, frustrating Aaron Rodgers and dropping everybody else into coverage, covering up as much as they can and making life much difficult on Aaron. Now, another thing about Aaron Rodgers, too, is if he don't see something he like, he's still agile enough to scramble out of the pocket and pick up some downs. So you have to be mindful of the fact that Aaron will move out of the pocket on your ass. He will take off on you. He's not as fast as he used to be, but he's still good enough and agile enough to get out of harm's way and pick up a quick 4 or 5 yards. You know, Aaron Rodgers can do that. So the Saints will have to be mindful of that as well, his escapability, if that was, you know, and he said Q escapability where, oh yeah, Aaron Rodgers will take off on you. He ain't exactly jailing hurt or nobody. Kyler Murray, he's not that, but he will take off on you and hurt you. He will do that. All right, big ups, fam. All right, okay, good, Derek. Good, much love. What's up, Walter? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you being here. Much love. State of the Pelicans. What's up, fam? Good to see you out there as well. Big ups to you. Hope everything going all right with the family members for this storm, man. Much love to you guys and appreciate you. Not tonight, Kev. Kelsey opened up the lines. What's up, Randy? Who that? Randy said Jameis will be MVP candidate this year. I'm not really going against that, bro, because I think Coach Payton, and I think a lot of people counting the Saints. Oh, what's up, Carlton? Who that, fam? I think a lot of people causing, writing the Saints off to for their detriment, saying we're going to hover around 500 and all that kind of silliness. What proof, what evidence could you present to us that we're going to be a 500 or hover around 500 team? What do you have? What do you have? Well, you lost Drew Brees. Well, Drew Brees, yeah, we did lose Drew Brees. He retired. We didn't lose him. He retired because he couldn't go. He couldn't do it anymore. But we were 8-1 without Drew Brees. Next, well, you lost Jack Rabbit Jenkins. Jack Rabbit Jenkins is a tough dude to replace, but sometimes you got to do it by committee. Guys got to step up. Paulson Adebo ain't exactly Jack Rabbit yet, but he is promising. He's been showing a lot of positive stuff. Next, you have Sheldon Rankins or Trey Henderson. We wasn't going to sign Trey Henderson if he had 100 sacks. Y'all knew that. Trey Henderson was out of here. We all knew that. We was not going to pay Trey Henderson. And we also knew that about Sheldon Rankins. Sheldon Rankins was gone. We were saying that. You knew Sheldon Rankins was gone because David Onyemata got paid and it was a race to the paper. Y'all know that. Whoever got paid first, the other guy was in trouble. David Onyemata played because he didn't get hurt. Sheldon Rankins got hurt. He missed time. David surpassed him. He got the money. Hence is why Sheldon Rankins is a New York Jet. That's what it is. That's how it goes. So y'all know how it go, fam. Swag Out Entertainment. What's up, fam? He said we want Rodgers' head on silver platter. Let's get him, baby. Bottom line, that fast Saints defense, man. Chip on their shoulder defense. Bust your ass defense, whatever you want to call it. We coming. JT, who that says Q, the left tackle, is out, so Marcus should get. I know about that, bro. Yeah, I know. Davenport, man, it's time to feast, baby. It's time. When I say chip on your shoulder, disrespect, that boy should tear it up. And the biggest promotion, or I guess I should say, what is it? Caveat, not caveat, but inspiration. That's the word I'm looking for. Or motivation, even better word. It's the fact that Trey Henderson did it last year. And Davenport is a lot better defensive lineman, speed-wise, fundamental this year. So he should be able to take advantage of single blocks. Listen, baby. Health was the big thing. And we're going to see how he do. All right. So big ups to the fam. Derek said, what's up, Derek? Branch, he said, Saints need to run the football. Yeah, I agree, Derek. You're right, bro. You're absolutely right, my brother. They got to run the football against the Packers. Remember, we made that costly mistake last year against the Packers when we threw the ball, what was it, 12? I forgot, man, 12 or 13 times in a row. And that's like I said about Coach Payton losing his mind and getting all addictive and said, we're going to do this. No, Coach, no, Coach, calm down. Stick to the run. Remember, the running game helped the Saints gain that balance. Remember, we were beating those teams. It was close. Coach Payton was trying to force the pass. I'm like, what are you doing? Just run the damn ball. Then we were barely beating teams by field goals. Then we started running the ball. It opened up stuff, and then things started taking off. So remember, the running game is a big part of this whole matrix, man. The Saints running game is elite level. It's an elite level running attack. I don't think people realize that because we were so blinded by the great passing game that we had for years. But I knew for a long time, I was saying, y'all know it. Years ago, I kept saying the Saints rushing attack is better than the passing attack. It's an elite level rushing attack. You got a top 1, top 2 running back in the NFL. Give them the damn ball. And I think Coach Payton finally got the message because he went and had Mike Martz in it. Imagine what Mike Martz's system looks like without Marshall Faulk in it. Huh? Does it look the same without Marshall Faulk? Marshall Faulk drove Mike Martz's offense. If we can some kind of way add that into Coach Payton's philosophy for his offense, could you imagine what Elvin Kamara looked like if you can turn him into Marshall Faulk? Could you imagine that? I'm just saying, man, but Coach Payton can. That's why he brought Martz in there to talk to him. You know, so it's going to be fun, man, watching it. Brandon says the Saints will sack Rodgers at least 3 times. We need to get him and knock him around as much as possible, frustrate him, have him slamming the ball on the ground, have him bitching at the offensive lineman, all that kind of stuff. We got to knock him around up in there, man. You got to frustrate a guy like that. What's up, Ramsey? Aloha to your fam. Or aloha to Ramsey out there in Hawaii. Much love. What's up, Randy Major, fam? He said we need to dominate Green Bay defensively like Tampa Bay did. Yeah, we need to knock them guys around, man, for real. And if we power running, if they running a 3-4 system, man, that's no way in the world we should not run that ball down their throat. That's what we should have did last year when we played the Packers. They was operating with a 3-4 system. I'm saying, what the hell are we doing? Run that ball down the neck. You got Tony Jones, Alvin Kamara, Latavius Murray. Man, let them guys wreak havoc against that 3-4 defense, man. What's wrong with you? Running a 3-4 against the Saints, 5 a strong offensive lineman. We're going to run you in the ground, baby, bottom line. Then open up the pass on your ass. Then when them safeties back away, you got all that space underneath for Alvin Kamara, Tony Jones Jr., and all them guys to operate, man. Come on. We know what we're doing over here. All right, big ups to the... What's up, Daniel? Who that to you, fam? I see you. Much love to you, man. Thank you, Tess, for dropping them links, baby. Much love to the queens, man. Much love. Big shout out to all the Sports Coma queens, man. Much love to the queens. You know you got to give a shout out to the queens. Teflon Don, what's up, Brewman? Brewman says, who that Big Q defense going to play lights out this year? I love it, man, and I'm with you on that. Brian Parker, what's up, Brian? Who that to you? What's up, Roderick? That's right. 2 rushes, first down. 2 rushes, first down. That's going to be the goddamn chant, man, for the whole season, man. You know what I'm saying? We got 2 rush first down shirts. We got that available at the Pro Shop. Links in the description section, baby. Hundreds of dozens of products on the Pro Shop. It helps out the platform. But we got all kind of run-based shirts because for years I said, run the damn, hey, coach, run the damn ball. That was me saying that. 2 rushes. I had to beat that in the head to make them understand how simple it is to say 2 rush, first down. Yeah, because you're averaging 4.5, 5 yards per carry. So if you get 2 rushes, it's a first down. You know, run the damn ball. What's up, Derek? Derek Lockett in the building. Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you. All right. What's up, fam? What's up, Abby? Who that, fam? Appreciate you. It's good to see you in the chat, fam. Much love. All right. Big ups, man. Yeah. And of course, my only thing is you look at the, yep. I see you, Kev. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, but see, this is the thing, too, about Taysom Hill. Now, it'd be good to use Taysom Hill, but Taysom's ball security issues, besides his accuracies and issues, listen, hopefully he fixed that. We didn't see too much of that in the regular season because he was too busy running for his life. In the preseason, excuse me. But did Taysom fix his ball control issues if we're going to use him, that we don't need all that stuff going on. We don't need the fumbling of the ball hurting us. So I wonder if Taysom had something to do with that. That's what we're going to have to see. Abbott says, no, just run. Saints should do outside, set side zone runs to get more yards per carry. Otherwise, 3 yards and a cloud of dust won't work. Yeah, they're going to do some different things. But listen, the Saints offense, now this is the thing. Now you ain't going to run up against an 8-man front. Of course not, or 7-8-man front. That's when you open it up on them. That's when you want them to do that. When you pounding them so much so that they bringing up the people to the offensive line to stop the run, then you hit them downfield with the pass. And I think that's something that Taysom Hill, hopefully that is the caveat that we done work with Taysom Hill, where he can get the ball accurately enough downfield and don't have them Popeye throws. You know what I'm saying? Popeye drink his spinach and eat his spinach or whatever and then throw the ball to the moon. We don't need them type of passes. We need a feathery touch so guys can run right up under the ball. And hopefully Taysom can get that together, man, because that'll be a big part. If he can do that, that'll really help the Saints offense because a lot of the defenses will play him. When he comes in, they're going to crouch up to the offensive line and play him like a running back. And when that happens is he going to get all kind of space one-on-one. So they're anticipating him to blitz him so he don't pick up on his options where he knows where to go with the ball. But he going to have to learn how to locate the one-on-one matchups and throw that ball where it needs to be to give his wide receivers an opportunity to get up under it so we can have big gains downfield. So when defenses play Taysom Hill, that they don't crouch up on the line of scrimmage. So he could be able to he gonna have to make them respect his passing ability. That's what I'm talking about. They know he'll tear you up running the ball, but he has to get better as a passer. Can he do that with his packages when they run them in there? We'll see. Because a lot of this has not been determined, man. I have yet to determine whether or not Taysom Hill worked on his fumbling issues from last year. I've yet to determine how accurate Taysom Hill has gotten. Could he operate his own version of offense within the Sean Payton's offense? Could he do that? Could he run that? Could he have the balanced system? I've yet to determine that. I have not seen enough evidence to determine that Taysom Hill could successfully do that. I'm just keeping it real. I could say yes to you just being positive and optimistic, as y'all know I can be at times, because I'm very instinctive and I'll lead with that. But I've not seen any evidence to the contrary. To what I'm saying about Taysom Hill being able to operate the pass version of what he needs to do, the balance, so he can really be dangerous. Because if you imagine him, he has that degree of accuracy where he can throw the ball during his package set. That will make him that'll be very difficult to stop and will cause nightmares to the defense. Do you not understand what that means? If he can balance the play package, his packages that they run for him, this is a whole nother caveat that will be very hard for most defenses to counteract. This will be and that's the big thing. I've yet to see that. Mark Franklin, who that fam, say who that spirit is alive. What up, Big Q? Much love to you, my friend. Appreciate you being here as well. I see you, Kev. The History Channel. All right, Saints 01 says Saints go off and have 6 sacks. Yes, I said it. Zolomon out of Green Bay was a surprise and sent home with a loss. Saints winning this week. I'm loving it, man. Much love. All right. Okay, big ups. Lewis, what's up, Lewis Poole? Who that? He said, we got this. I got you, fam. All right. Jamal says, I can see Q on the Discovery Channel. Oh, did y'all see that croc just eat the hell out that zebra? Don't go over that zebra. All right, big ups to the rest of the fams, man. Much love to the fam being in this thing, man. Listen, on that note, fam, I'm gonna give a shout out to the Great Saint Think Tank. I appreciate each and every last one of you chiming in. I just want to give a shout out to the entire Who Dat Nation out there who's dealing with the storm from the south to the north that tore up a lot of people. Last time I checked, the death toll was 60 plus people. Very ashamed. They're still looking for people. There's still areas of where the storm was where they just accessing and they have it's very, very bad. But blessings upon blessings and great and positive things to all those that are affected. A lot of people getting their power back, and just keep your head up, man. There's a lot of stuff going on, fighting through the storms, fighting through the C-19. It's all quite hectic. But that's why the Sports Coma is here to kind of at least take some of that off your minds and provide a place where we can at least be able to talk about the team that we love and kind of take the edge on. You know what I mean? So, I just appreciate you guys being in this space with me in the Great Saint Think Tank. So please feel free to hit upon the like button. If you're not a subscriber, I invite you to join our family at the Great Saint Think Tank. Become one of the Who Dat Nation here with the Great Saint Think Tank and the Sports Coma, and join the family, baby. So big ups to the fam. I appreciate y'all. Just to let y'all know, I like to give a big shout out to all the family members that's involved in the show that played for the Sports Coma 3rd Annual Fantasy League. Big ups to you guys as the Fantasy League gets on and going. All right, big ups to the family members too that's participating in the Patreon. If you want to learn about the lock show and lock content, feel free to go to the Patreon. Links is in the chat. Thank you, Daniel, for your super chat, friend. Appreciate you. Much love to you. Thank you for that. Also, we're giving away or raffling away a PS5. If you want to know about our raffle, you can feel free to look in the description section below and hit that link to give you all the information you need to know to sign up for the PS5 to get the raffle away a PS5 system. Thank you, Daniel, for your super chat. Much love to you, family, for your super sticker, man. Much love. Appreciate you. All right. I will. Kevin saying bring Unleashed back, Q. Yeah, we will, fam. I'm just looking to kind of add a little bit more, some more stuff to it. So as usual, fam, please feel free to hit upon the like button, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And TSC Unleashed Jim Kev is coming back. It has its own channel on TSC Unleashed on YouTube, the platform. So if anybody wants to help out with that, you can feel free to go over there and simply subscribe and join TSC Unleashed, as we will start doing shows on the weekend and during the Monday. It'd be like a Monday, not a Monday, but a Saturday morning magazine type of thing where we talk about sports and stuff like that. So anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna tap out on that. Much love to the Great Saint Think Tank. Y'all keep your heads up and y'all be safe out there. And I'll holler at you on our Tuesday stream tomorrow for our Patreon and YouTube members. Feel free to join us, YouTube and Patreon. We do our Patreon shows on Tuesday, so we'll cover that tomorrow as well. So much love to the fam, and I'll see y'all later. Who Dat tell you?
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Payton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that?
WhoThatDaily.com. That's right, the WhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelican, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, WhoThatDaily.com is your site. The WhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.
Fam, this is Big Q from the Sports Coma. Much love to the family members. Appreciate y'all. The PRO Media Network is back at it again. Last year, we gave away several PS4s and games. So this year, we're raffling off a PS5. To enter for your chance to win, simply click the link below and fill out all the necessary information to be eligible. Sign up for the raffle. It's $25 to enter. You gain an opportunity to win a system, the PS5 system. Like I said, it's a one remote and everything in it that goes with the full system. These things are hard to come by. It could be yours. Into the raffle today, $25 get you in. There's also a deal when you buy more than one ticket that up your chances of winning. Jump in there. It also benefits the platform as well. So feel free to sign up for the first annual PS5 raffle from the Pro Media Network. Thank you for participating and much love. Big ups to you.